If you're not at your best, you won't even be able to pour in people. Start to learn about yourself like you're dating someone, like you're reading a book. Like, it's your girl Casey here, and I make content just about everything, lifestyle, yapping videos, and all that.
Hello?
Today I'm gonna talk about a reason why you overextend yourself in friendship. I'm gonna say why you do that, the underlying reason why you might be doing that, and also give you solutions on how you can improve and get better on not doing that and staying authentic to yourself and standing on your own values. Okay, the first one is that you're seeking validation, and I think it's a normal human thing to seek validation, but at some point it can become toxic to the point that you rather put your need on the side for somebody else. So then you overextend yourself. You're seeking validation. You're seeking like someone to say, oh my gosh, what she did, someone to recognize your hard work. You're looking for someone to recognize all the work, all everything that you've done. Like, you're seeking validation. You're seeking to be accepted, to be approved, basically. The second one is that you want to be included. You want to be included. You're scared to be alone. You're scared to be different. You're scared to have like a different opinion. If you tend to change your opinion when like you're in a group setting with friends and everything, and you have a different opinion, everyone else have the same answer except you, and you tend to change your answer just because you don't want to seem weird, or like you want to be included. That means that you're seeking to be like, you don't want to be alone. Basically, you're scared to be alone, so then you do things just to be part of the group, just to be included. Like, the crowd is doing this, so let me just follow. Or everyone is doing this, so that must be the cool thing to do, so let me also do that. The third one is that you get your self-worth from what people think. That's one is probably one of the biggest reason why you tend to overextend yourself in friendship, is because you get your self-worth from what they think. If you're like a reliable friend, or you're a loyal person, like whatever you get recognized from, you get what's the word that you pride yourself in. And it's not bad to pride yourself in, but when it gets to the point where you're putting yourself aside, you're doing whatever just to be recognized as that, just to hold up to to the perception that people has hold it against you. When you like do your best to keep up with that version that people have said about you, that becomes exhausting, and that's where you get your self-worth from. And then when things start going wrong, or someone start thinking bad of you and everything, you start spiraling. You start thinking, well, is something wrong with me? Now you have to start thinking that you have, first of all, well, let me finish with the reason why you do that, and I'm also gonna give solutions at the end. So basically, and the last one is that you want to be seen as always the nice one, the reliable friend, the one that, and that even if it comes with a cost, because you pride yourself in that. You pride yourself as being a good friend, a reliable person, da 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 da. So just for the sake of that perception, you put your own needs on the side just to keep up that perception. I'm not saying that's bad, but when it comes to at your own cost, putting your need on the side, not caring about yourself, you care more about what they're thinking than what you're thinking. Even if you're doing something, for example, and then you literally have a busy schedule, you had a long day, now it's your time to rest, right? And then you have a friend that calls you and that needs help, right? But you really don't have the energy. You need that sleep, basically. You had no sleep, like you need that sleep, basically. And then they call you, right? Depending on how close you are, you feel like if you don't help, like you're a bad friend. If you don't help, then you're selfish, or it's okay to say, oh no, you can't. Your sleep is also important, or whatever you had prioritized that day is also important. Now I get like sometime in friendship you would have to compromise, because to have a village, you need to be a villager. So it's never always gonna be comfortable. But if it's a consistent thing where you put your need on the side for people, it gets to a point where you build up resentment and you become a bitter person. People easily start triggering you, even if they didn't do anything, because the inner you is simply just sad. Like, you're not giving yourself enough attention, like prioritizing yourself, your own needs. You're literally putting your needs on the side. You have to recognize that you also have needs, and you have to, I think it starts with also knowing yourself, knowing what are your needs, knowing the things that you need to even be at your best. If you're not at your best, you won't even be able to pour in people. Like if you're not in at your best, you won't even have it in you to pour into people. So the first step is to start getting to know who you are, know your strength, know your values, know what you need to be energized. What do you mostly need to pull you up when you're down? Like what are your needs? Learn more about who you are, learn more about yourself. Start to learn about yourself like you're dating someone, like you're reading a book. Like start discovering yourself. I think we romanticize those solo dates and everything, and most people don't talk more about getting to know yourself on a more deeper level. So it's more like basic surface level. Yeah, I went to eat out alone, I went to do this, but you have to start being aware of how you react to certain things. Why is this triggering me? Oh, if I'm acting like this, or what do I need right now? Like the more you know about yourself, the more you'll be able to even set boundaries. You'll be like, okay, I don't have the energy right now, I have to go. Like it will be much more easier to set boundaries if you know what you need. Now you might be like, okay, I know who I am, I know what I need, but I'm scared to set boundaries. If I set boundaries, well, those people might be mad, but let them be mad. That's okay. Everyone has emotion. It's not your responsibility to care for everybody's emotions. Like you cannot be responsible. It gets to a point where it's like it would be exhausting. You cannot control what people think. And if someone is a good friend of yours and they care for you, they would understand. But if they were mostly using you and they know the kind of person that you are, they know that you're a kind person, and you will literally do it, those are the people that are most likely to get mad. So that's a sign that you even need a better circle, right? The second one is that when you're doing something, you have to do it with intention. When you're doing something for someone, am I doing this because out of love for them? Am I doing this out of overflow love for them, because I love them, that's why I'm doing this? Or am I doing this because I'm scared that if I don't do this, they're gonna think this of me? Or am I trying to earn their approval? And it will be easy to recognize that, because depending on how your body feels in the moment, if you feel rushed, if you feel fear, if you feel anxious, if you feel all those kind of things, you're not doing that out of a good place. Whatever you're doing or helping with, you're not doing it out of a good place. But if you're doing it out of excitement or joyful, like you're willing to help just because you love the person, then yeah, you're doing this out of good intention. So always pause and think, like, what is my intention here? What am I trying to earn from this? Like, am I doing this out of a good place or out of people pleasing? Am I trying to please people right now? Am I trying to please that person? The third one is that you have to figure out the kind of people that you want to be surrounded with, and make sure that your standards also match what you're willing. Make sure that the standard that you have for your friendship also match what you're also willing to give. If you're the kind of person that you know how much you love on people, and that's normal to want to require that to people, that's normal to want to require people consistency and effort. But if you know that, like, you're not really like that, but that's what you require, like, it doesn't really match. Like, you cannot require something that you're not already doing, you know. So if there's standards that you want to work on, start by being that person first, and after you could have those standards. But yeah, sit down, figure out the kind of people you want to be surrounded with, what kind of standard. And that also comes with knowing yourself, right? So if you know your needs, you know that you're either a high maintenance person, that means someone who needs consistent hangout, checking in and all those kind of stuff, or you're low maintenance, you're fine with not talking to someone for like 6 months and checking in every month or every other month, you know. Like, so yeah, there's that. And then the last thing is just basically standing on business. Start setting boundaries, especially if you sense like you're being used, or like you're not in the right circle. Start editing your group, start editing the people that you're surrounded with. Like, do those people care for me? Do they have good intention for me? And then just from all that, you're gonna learn more about yourself. You're gonna start being more aware of, why do I act a certain way? And also, don't beat yourself up for doing those things. That's because in childhood something might have happened that you learned that, oh, I have to do things to earn love, I have to do things to be loved. So you learn as a kid that you had to do things to be loved, not that you're already worthy and loved the way that you are. So now it's gonna like take time to rewire that. So you have to be more compassionate towards yourself, even if you're like in your journey of changing and everything, but you end up finding yourself falling in the same mistake or doing the same things that you're trying to run away from. You have to be more compassionate towards yourself, because that's the last thing that you need, to be even more mean towards you. Like, that's not helping you get nowhere. Like, talk to yourself the way you would talk to a friend. Think of your closest friend. Would you ever like speak like that to them? Like, would you? If you wouldn't, then don't talk to yourself that way. So yeah, it's easier said than done, but those are really good tips that has also helped me personally. And I really hope that helped you. I'm gonna see you on my next video. Thanks for being here. I've been so consistent. You know what? You have to trust the process. You know, sometimes even if you're consistent and you don't see the type of result that you want to see, you still have to trust the process. Like, you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel and keep moving forward. Rocking it. Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be all for the video. Thanks for being here.